Hi there, welcome to Gosford. To be more precise, welcome to Gosford Railway Station. My name is Kerry and welcome to my YouTube channel, Public Transport and Card Hacks. Now today my destination is from Gosford here up to Nelson Bay. Now I'm going to catch the train that left Sydney at 10 to 7 and it departs here at 8:16. I'm going to catch it right through to Newcastle Interchange, and at Newcastle Interchange I'm going to change for a bus which is going to take me through to Nelson Bay. Now we've just arrived at Wyong station here, and it's just been announced over the loudspeaker that a freight train has broken down ahead of us, and we'll be sitting here for quite a while until that's solved and they move the freight train out of the way. We can get moving. Now how long it's going to be I don't know. The time now is 8:38. Wish me luck. Now in the comments below I've listed all the timetables, all the bus timetables, the train times tables from Sydney to Newcastle Interchange, and also the bus timetable from Newcastle Interchange out to Nelson Bay. Well, I don't believe it. That was only about 15-minute wait and we're back on the road again. Oh well, must be my lucky day. Now, there's another way of going from Sydney to Nelson Bay, apart from catching the train to Newcastle Interchange, then catching a bus from Newcastle Interchange out to Nelson Bay, and that is you can take a coach all the way from Sydney Central right through to Nelson Bay. And this service is provided by a company called Port Stephens Coaches. Now I checked out their timetable. The problem is they seem to only run one service a day, and that left somewhere around 1:45 in the afternoon. The other thing is that fares start at about $45 for regular fares, and then kids, pensioners, concession fare is $35. So it's not cheap compared to the deal you get if you use an OPAL card, or you just use your credit card and use the train and bus system, which I'm going on today. Now the good thing about using the train and bus system which I'm on is that trains to Newcastle Interchange run every hour or even more during the peak hour, and also the buses from Newcastle Interchange through to Nelson Bay, they also run every hour. So you don't even need to look at a timetable. You just go down to Central and jump on the first train to Newcastle, and then get off at Newcastle Interchange and wait for a bus. Okay, if you might have half an hour for a wait, but there's a few cafes and shops around Newcastle Interchange to look around, and there's plenty to see at Central Station.
This station is Morisset.
Now today I'm travelling using my Gold Seniors OPAL card, and the cost to travel from Gosford up to Nelson Bay and back to Gosford will only be $2.50. If you're coming from Central or anywhere else in the Sydney metropolitan area, it's still only going to cost you $2.50. $2.50 is the cap for the day. Now of course if you're travelling from Sydney and you're using the regular black OPAL card, well it's going to cost you $18.70. But if you're travelling on a Friday, Saturday or Sunday and you're using the regular black OPAL card, you get a good discount, and the price is half of that, which is $9.35. And that's the cap for the whole day. So that's a very good deal. my guess that freight train we just passed is the freight train which was holding us up back there at Wyong. And my guess is that the signalman has put it into the refuge to allow us to pass. Well, I checked the timetable before I left, and there was a 25-minute wait at Newcastle Interchange. And just after 10, and my bus leaves at 10:19. Although for some reason we seem to have come to a complete standstill just before Newcastle Interchange. Well, fingers crossed. No worries, we're moving again. Well, welcome to Newcastle Interchange. Is the big bus interchange. I've still got about actually about 15 minutes now before the bus leaves. There's toilets at the station, there's also a toilet on the train. And of course there's the tram which will take you right up to the Newcastle beach along Hunter Street. And just over here is the bus station. Now what I'm looking for is bus 130 or 131. Final destination for that bus is Fingal Bay, but along the way it'll stop at Nelson Bay. Here we are. Stand A is just from the station. It's straight behind me. Now if you arrive a little bit early, just near the bus stop here, there's a cafe, the Morning Market Coffee. And I've been there a few times and I can recommend it. Now if you do miss the bus and you've got an hour to wait, you can always walk out onto Hunter Street over there. And there's a few cafes around there. And if you turn to the right and walk down a little bit further, there's a opportunity store, or Vinnie's store I think it is. It's an opportunity shop. It's quite large, you might find yourself a bargain. And if you turn to the left, there's a really nice, if you're into pianos, it's quite interesting because there's a piano store over there and they've got some beautiful pianos in there. Okay, here it is now. And of course you can use your OPAL card on this bus too. Thanks mate. welcome to Nelson Bay. Well, we're at Salamander Central. This looks like the main bus stop. Get out and have a look. Thanks, mate.
No worries, mate. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Here we are at Nelson Bay. And the bus stop's pretty much out front of Woolworths. Here's the information centre, and of course they also have toilets. Just remember that the bus is an hour and a half trip and there's no toilet on the bus. Ah yes, this gives me an idea where I am. And of course here we are here at Nelson Bay, and the bus we came on finishes at Fingal Bay, not far around the corner. Well, okay, here we are down the water, down at the boat harbour. Now there's plenty of cruises you can go on here for whale watching and dolphin watching. And a really nice cruise I took a few years ago was on an old ferry across to Tea Gardens. Once you got across to Tea Gardens, you had time, they gave you time to have lunch and jump back on the ferry and come back. Now it was a really nice old ferry, all built out of wood, and it was beautiful. And but it was a few years ago I went on it, but I see it's still running. And if you want to take a cruise, I really suggest that, and it was very reasonably priced too. Now choose the day you want to go on the little ferry boat across to Tea Gardens and back, and give them a call before you leave in the morning. Because if it's a little bit windy or a bit choppy, they cancel the trip. The reason is that people get a bit scared, evidently. I called them one day and I said, well, it's not very choppy, there's no waves or anything. And the woman at the booking office said, no, there's no waves, just people get scared. And I said, well, look, it's a really nice wooden boat. I'll go to New Zealand in it tomorrow. Now I've put a link down the bottom to the ferry's webpage. Well, that's about all I can really offer you today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks very much for watching. I'm going to head back to Gosford now, and before I go, I might grab a sandwich and a cup of coffee. Okay, again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if there's any questions, please just drop them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. Okay, see ya.
Leaving from platform 3. Once again, customer.